Hey friends, it's Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today I am going to be doing just a little bit of fun. It has been a long week, and while it is on the lines of being creative for Saturday, there's a couple things. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to have a little planner chat. We're going to get a little organization done, and yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. So couple things. Let me push this aside. I recently found some of the new Mildliner dual end highlighters, and they're in the newer colors. So you've all seen my, rotate it makes noise. You can hear the squeak. But I had this in my craft room tour, I believe. And since then, this little turnstile or pen holder, I did end up getting two more. I love the little print on it. But one holds like my everyday pens. This holds all my highlighters. And then I have one for like extras. So like my G2s, my Sharpies, that type of thing. But today I want to do the Mildliner because I have, as you can see, a nice little collection. I have my Zig Dotters. In the middle of here, I did have some friction highlighters, which I also love. I love how they go on the paper. They dry quick. And you know what? If I make a mistake, I can erase it. So I do love them for that reason. I took them out because we're going to talk about that in a minute. But let me first bring in these new Mildliners I picked up. So we'll put this one back here. Right now, the way this is set up is I have Mildliner brushes, Mildliner highlighters, and then it's kind of filtered over into here. These ones over here, these three are from, I think this one was from Coco Daisy and one of the kits, and then these two I think were from one of the kits for Jane's Agenda. So, they've just kind of spilled over a bit. But here's the new colors. So look at all these. Let me just push that aside for a minute. Look at all these fun new colors. Now, they may not necessarily be new colors. For example, they are, but they may not at first appear as such. So, for example, this yellow. This is the yellow, and this is a yellow. And in reality, this one kind of comes out yellow. It's kind of like a autumn harvest yellow. This one's a brighter yellow, and then this one is more neon. So this new one, all the new inks, you can see the difference there. All of these new inks are the same kind of color family, but they're now mild ink. So they all are going to come across a little less saturated than these, and we're going to test them. So I am going to kind of be reorganizing my little pen highlighter organizer, and then we're going to test these, and then I'm going to show you what else I'm doing. So let's get these in. I have a little system I was thinking of, so let me bring this over. Okay. I also had over here some miscellaneous highlighters. These are still miscellaneous as well, but they have a polka dot barrel, and you know how I am with the polka dots, so they're going to kind of stay in my office. Listen to this. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I mean, isn't that great when you just add new things? So all of these colors I have, they're just milder now. So I'm going to kind of finish this up. I plan on moving. So as I said, I had friction in the middle here, and there were a lot. Here's why. So when I bought this, I had bought a packet from Target of the friction eraser or highlighter, erasable highlighters. I thought I'd give them a try, and I really liked them. So then I ordered some more from Amazon, and I thought they were different colors, but they were not. They were all the same colors, and then so now I have, I think, 4 sets of these different colors. So I am going to take my Zig Dotters. Again, all of these highlighters, I do use them regularly. Maybe not daily, but I do use them regularly. So I want to put these in the middle because they're tall and they were kind of not flowing well for me in this setup. So they're going to go in the middle, and I still have a little bit of room to grow, so I can add more, if I want to. And then what I'm going to put over here, because these are all Mildliners, these are miscellaneous. Over here, I'm going to put the new pared down collection of friction pens or highlighters. So here's all the friction pens. Or I keep saying pens, but they're highlighters. So these are the colors that I have for sure 3 full sets of. And I think these were all the ones that maybe came in that Amazon order. So now that I know I love them, I'm not fretting about it because I'm going to show you why. But this is the first grouping of them. So they are going to go in here. Those don't make as much noise because it has that, eraser at the bottom. So now, don't mind the squeaky noise from, all of them squeak on some level. I don't know why. But here we go. Look at this. Gorgeous, right? I love highlighters. I'm not going to lie. I'm super excited about these new colors, though, because now, again, I can't erase Mildliner. So usually with Mildliner, I tend to use them more on a creative end of it. But we're going to do a sample of these colors, and I am going to do that last. But first, what I want to do, I'm going to put that aside because we're going to go back to these friction pens. So again, I have 3 full sets, and then I've got like some miscellaneous ones that don't make up a full color spectrum like here. So this is set 1. I'm taking now my second set. So having all those extra pens ended up working out great because I'm going to take one of the sets, and if you recall my pen case from Planner Perfect, I'm going to now put that extra set in this case because now I will always have a full set with me. So if I'm using, and I do tend to use specific colors. So for example, I use pink for my blog. When I'm designating them in my calendars, I use the blue for YouTube. So I do use specific colors on a regular basis. So if I am heading out, and I want to make sure I have all the colors with me just in case, I now will have a full set in here that I can use when I go out. So let's open this up. Now, I still haven't put my charm on yet. I still got to find that, the charm holder I was talking about. But here, so I pared this down a little bit. Everything back here is, for the most part, the same. I took all the markers out that I used in the demonstration. They were all the Tombow markers in the shades of purple. And I've now put in here the things or the pens that I use on a daily basis. So right now, because I like to color code, these 2 colors are in my business planner, and these 2 colors are being used in my narrow. So my business planner, in terms of my traveler's notebooks, is the wide, and then the narrow is my everyday carry. I just find that the narrow is just so much easier and nicer and smaller to carry than a wide. So I use this in my narrow, this in my wide. This is my brush pen that I really love, my Fudenosuke. And then I have a gel pen in case I need to white something out. My Micron 01, which is a standby always. My Papermate Flare. I do use this sometimes. And now I'm going to put the extra set of friction highlighters on this side. And I have them all over here. So how should we do this? Let me tuck that aside. Let's see. Let's put it in rainbow form. Red. I guess it's like a salmon color. Oh, I may not be in frame totally. So let's do pinks, red, orange, yellow, green. I'm going to do the off colors. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Which blue should I use? Let's do blue, purple. Okay, so there's a rainbow. And then these are my extra colors. Now, I think what I'm probably going to do is mix them into this. So the blue would go, let's put that here. Green, it's teal. Let's put that there. Again, we'll put these back into that spot, and then we'll put the gray at the end. You know, it's just a pen collection that I keep and carry. You know, I can use it, but, you know, why not make a nice, fun thing out of it? So I do believe I have enough slots here. I think I counted it correctly. So let's get these in here. And remember, I was saying that the closer the pens are, you know, the tighter these can be, but they are elastic, so they do stretch. In fact, I'm going to turn these handles up for the moment, just so I can get each of them in there. And we'll do this one. I mean, I don't know, this is kind of orange, I guess. Maybe it's peach. Looks more peachy to me, but okay. So then we do yellow. I probably could have done every other one, but that's okay. So let's take this one, get this one in there. I do love the fact now that I can carry, so, you know, a happy accident of getting that from Amazon is that now I have spares. I'm going to skip one for this round. I now have spares, and I can do something like this. So, and this will become even more relevant in the coming videos. Oh, see, I skipped one, and now I'm going to be off. Don't skip one. Okay, can I get to this one? Let me see. Yeah, okay. It's going to become relevant in future videos because I have more coming on these pen cases and, of course, my now extra pens. I've had these extra pens for a while, so it just made sense to, you know, put a set in each of the areas that I might need them. Okay, so we have blue. I hope I have enough. Yes, I do. Perfect. We are getting down in the other thing you can do, because again, these are tapered, you can do, you know, stagger them. So you could do this one higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. You know, sometimes that makes it easier to grab them out. Maybe not so much to get them in, but I know that they fit. And some of the difficulty with these is because they have this rubber bottom, so they're, you know, grabbing on that when I'm trying to slip it into the slot. So there we go. If I can get it past that, we're good. And then let's see, what was I down? Up, down. One last one to go. We are in. Okay. So I now have my full set of friction highlighters, which I love, I've said. I have a set here. I have a set here, and I still have a set. And then I have some of the miscellaneous. So I do have another pen holder on my other desk, which I have the miscellaneous ones in. That helps me to, you know, again, have what I need right where I need it. And I do work on my planners at this desk. I work on it at the others. Sometimes I take and go. So I am all set now. And we are gonna close this up. We did the stuffing of this, you know, it all fits. And voila. So I now have all the things I need, you know, grab and go. I have my pens for my desk. And we're going to do a test of each of the mild liner colors. I'm going to move this aside. We're going to pull this out. And I am going to go to, so I am still in the process of navigating the journals and transitioning from mostly Happy Planner to Traveler's Notebook. So with the Planner Perfect method, it's a scripting method, and I'm still trying to get my footing on that, if you will. So I am steadily working away at it, but we're going to do our pen test. And while I'm doing the pen test, so here's what I'll do. Let me take them all out. We'll move that aside a little more. And let me see. Let's do kind of a little bit of a color. Let's see. Green. Let's take all the colors. Yellow. And then we'll do gray, brown. I like them to look a certain way. Call me weird. So we'll just do it that way. So pink, green, yellow. Nope, I don't like that there. Let's do that. Okay. Now that I have this all squared away, I'm going to go from the bottom up. The nice thing is this is my monthly book. So I will always know when I got these markers, because they'll be in this designated monthly book. This book is the planner kit book. It is the plan book, and then the journal comes with it, and you get the washies and some journaling cards. So every month I will get this. I'm actually waiting for my new monthly box. And I was looking to see if these had a color name. So I am waiting for that to arrive. This is called Cream. It does say what color it is. I never knew that. I never looked. Okay, so this is the Cream. It's very faint. I don't know. Can you see that? I will bring it up closer so that you can see it on the page. On the page, it's very faint even to me. So it is definitely mild, as I said. So this one is orange, honey orange. All right. And then we'll do this color, which is beige. Oh, that color's nice. And then we have copper. Ooh, that is rich. And cool gray. Blue. It's just blue, but it's mild blue. Not getting the right angle on that. For that chisel, let's see, what is this one? Olive. I love that color. In fact, is this olive? But this isn't a mild ink, I don't think. This one doesn't say. That's odd. Okay, so yellow. Two more. Actually, what was that really called? Sherbet yellow. This is violet. Very cute. And we've got pink or rose. Looks a bit, it does not look like the cap. Let's see what it comes out like. That is wrong. That can't be right. Is this, and it says it's mild ink, but that is neon. Let me see. I have this one that is supposed to be different. The lid, you can tell, is a bit different. Let's see what this looks like. Maybe it is brighter. I don't know, y'all. It looks the same to me. So I'm trying to see where the color difference is. Let's just do a few. Maybe the colored ones are, these colors here are the same. I don't have these colors, so I really don't have anything I can compare it to. The yellow will definitely be different because the other yellows I have, they're very different. What was this one called? Blue. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything that is that color. And then gray. Gray is gray. I don't think I have a gray highlighter. I do. Let's see. So again, the lid is different. This is called cool gray. Maybe this one's not. Maybe it's warmer. Let's see. Definitely darker. I can see how that one is cool. Now this olive color, I'm thinking that's the one I picked up from one of my kits from Jane's Agenda. Sure looks like it. That is bizarre. Okay, I'm not going to make a big deal about it, but these are, I don't know if I want to say new colors. They are new inks. They're supposed to be mild ink. And like I said, I don't have any to compare with these. But so far, the color ones, yeah, they look like they're the same. But whatever. Okay. We have redecorated my highlighter bin. Let's get that effect. Okay. And I now have the milder colors. I have a sample of it in my monthly book now. And I also have a set in my pen case from Planner Perfect, as well as my narrow. I just did a sampling of that, color in there. So I'm now all set to go. One last thing before I sign off. This is just a, again, it wasn't that we did anything creative per se, rather than we incorporated more creativity tools into our day for Saturday. And so what I want to mention real quick before I go is I am so happy and excited and so thankful. I want to announce that I am an ambassador for Planner Perfect now. So now the codes that you see in the description box below are a code that you can use where you will get 20% off your order, one-time use. So if you're looking at something from Planner Perfect, load up your cart, use that coupon or that link. My coupon code is BTD20 and you get 20% off your order. And I couldn't be more excited for this. I have been a Planner Perfect user since 2017. There were periods where I would put it down, pick it up. I always keep coming back to it. This is the season of life I am in, and I am loving my traveler's notebooks. You're going to see a lot more of them. Also my Daisy book. So lots more coming on these. And as I said, I'm so happy and honored to be part of the Planner Perfect ambassador team. So be sure to use that coupon below, and I thank you in advance for using it and for supporting my small channel. And again, thank you in advance. So that is today's video, and I hope you enjoyed all the fun creative things we did. Creative as in we added more fun colors. Who, don't mind the squeaky, but who doesn't want more color in their office, right? A craft room must have color, period. It's got to have all the rainbows, all the colors. We may deviate towards one or the other, but when it comes to pens, we need colors. That's just the way it goes. So I am so happy now. I like these in the middle. They were a bit tall for these little cubicles here, So I'm all set to go. And I hope that you take advantage of that coupon, because I have already been making up my wish list, and it's getting long, so I know I need to put an order in. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button as well as that bell icon. And that is it for today. Happy Saturday.